Helen Keller.
Helen Keller is a fucking hoax, bro. There is no physical way
This person.
learn the English language. She was blind and deaf.
Y'all think Helen Keller is a scam, bro?
How do you
What's the
maintain
name of
any
that account,
information?
Apparently she like flew.
Stop gooning. Why? I'm not gooning. I'm literally looking out for somebody right now, bro. What are you talking about? Wrote a book. Yeah, somebody. She must have been. How would she have? Was Braille alive back then?
Huh?
I think maybe they had Braille. Maybe they had like Braille or something, and she could like. That's how she wrote her book. She wrote a book. The Story of My Life. Helen Keller's autobiography detailing her early life. Who was Ann Sullivan? Was that like her tutor? It's her teacher. How did she write the book? Like Braille? With the help of her teacher? Through assistive technology? Keller had to be able to type independently? Huh? If you blind and deaf, how do you obtain any information? Braille wasn't alive until 1824, so she learned Braille? Wait, when was she alive? Okay, she died in 1968. All right, she might have been alive to learn Braille then. All right, I was gonna say, I didn't know she lived that long, bruh. Bruh, she was alive for a long time. She has eyes. Wait, huh? Like, even if, how do you learn if you are deaf and blind, bro? I don't even know the process. What starts that process, bro? What starts that process? I couldn't even tell you, bro. I'm being honest. I couldn't even tell you, bro. She literally looking dead in the camera. Is this? So she had eyes, she just couldn't see through them. What's the reasoning? What's the justification? You can be blind with eyes. She looking dead in the camera, smiley. Like, even if there's Braille, how do you learn if you?
In this room,
I'm gonna
sits a
sleep
remarkable
listening to
woman.
sex. What?
She's Miss Helen Keller.
She felt
I
the
know it sounds
vibration of the spoken word. She feels the G, the hard G. The. On the lips, she feels the B. I am not dumb now.
No.
So she just, how did she know the pronunciation was correct? So she just somehow found a teacher that could, I mean, maybe it's just a miraculous event. Bro, you know, I would have been. Yo, what's good, Nye? How you feeling, Nye? Shout out to Nye. Let me see a link to the. I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I think I'll pass on that, bro. If she really did learn how, she's smarter than, bro. The fact that she could just learn how to feel a word and pronounce it correctly is kind of crazy. By the vibrations of the word, you could just pronounce it correctly.
W-A-T-E-R, water. It has a name.
I remember we had to watch this for school, and I still didn't really understand it like that.
A-T-E-R, water. It has a name.
Why is she talking to her like she can hear her, though? Did she not? Cause she could hear just a little bit, or she couldn't hear at all. There was a kid going into his cousin earlier, calling them his ISO. Oh, she's not real. Nah. So you think this is a figment of imagination? Like, you think this was like, you think she was put on an act, like for money or something? like looking at her, you would not know she's blind or deaf. I don't think she actually flew. No, they made her up. Who is they? If she published 12 books, Tupac's still alive. Huh? Yes, Helen Keller flew a plane in 1946 while traveling to Europe on behalf of the American Foundation for the Overseas Blind. She took control of a Douglas Skymaster for 20 minutes. She received instructions from the pilot through finger spelling using her translator. In June 1946, Helen Keller and pilot were what? This is like Ashton Hall saying he was in the air for 4 minutes, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A form of sign language in which individual letters are formed by the... What? I mean, but then again, when I think about it, all she had to do was hold the thing just with... She didn't really have to do much if she's flying in a straight. She probably didn't have to do much, though, low-key, huh? The people in the comments think this is real.
Helen's good humor is taxed much more than her courage.
They turn it. You know it's bad when they gotta turn the comments off, bruh. Where are the comments at?
At first, Helen's producers prefer to show her doing all those things that...
So why are they trying to say she's flying the plane if an assistant helped her fly the plane? I'm just slightly confused how she didn't fly. Why are they trying to say she took control, but in this video it says
normal people do. And isn't everyone flying these days? Helen knows the scene is absurd, and her mother, brother, and Anne Sullivan consider the flight hazardous. But there is no stopping the producers, whose inspirations change daily. Helen Keller herself has never feared physical action. As a
bro, it's all
child,
over
she
the
learned
place.
to dive into the ocean with
It's
a rope
fake.
about her waist, tied to a stake on the shore. She has enjoyed tobogganing, dropping down steep New England slopes. And she knows, too, that if it will serve to rouse the public interest in the capabilities of the blind, almost anything she can do to get attention will be justified. But the airplane ride itself, though pointless, thrills the onlookers. Helen is in the air for half an hour and says she feels more physical freedom than ever in her life. Only later does
Only
she
history
learn
I should
that
know
in
is
this landing,
Tupac
she and
versus
the pilot
Biggie.
are in genuine danger of motor failure.
Not gonna lie, you really could have got away with lying back then way easier, huh?
Helen's good humor
Alright, like Tyler Hero, do y'all think before 1950 all the textbooks and stuff could be altered?
is taxed much more than her courage. There will be scenes in which she dresses herself just to show the public that she can, and in which she sleeps to prove to the curious that she closes her eyes. Curious that she...
So how does she just learn that hugging is like an intimate form of appreciation? How does she just learn these things? Are these innate feelings that you can just know that are good things to do? Like how is her social interaction cues? Why they turn off the comments?
In this room sits a remarkable woman. She's Miss Helen Keller. She does not see the room or the book that she's reading. She sees nothing. She does not hear the rustling of the curtains behind her. She hears nothing. She is deaf and...
Okay, but this low-key makes sense, low-key, because if you don't have no... how is she not a potato? How did she learn anything? Bruh. Good night, Phantom. Thank you for stopping by, Phantom. W Phantom, by the way. Shout out to Phantom. Oh, but she like feel the vibrations. See, I think because she can't see or hear, maybe every other sense is heightened as a result of her, like to make up for the loss of the other senses.
But if you enter a room, she will know it. Your lightest footfall will tell her you are coming. She'll even tell her who you are, if she knows you, as she knows her old friend, Polly Thompson. Polly has been with Helen Keller 40 years. For nearly half of these, she has been Helen's only companion, Helen's eyes and ears upon the world. She talks with Helen by a finger system in which each letter has a sign, like this.
So she just tapping bricks in her hands, and she just knows this. Like she invented a whole new alphabet. She was able to comprehend this. Like, bro, this is What? How did she know that that would work? Like, how did she know that she would be able to... What?
In reaching out beyond her dark and soundless night, Helen depends most on touch. Two other senses remain to her. There's taste and there is smell. Scent, the scent of objects and places and people, tells Helen much that we learn with eyes and ears.
What was she saying? Was she just saying gibberish?
Objects and places.
What was she saying right there?
Tells Helen much that we learn with eyes
Bro.
and ears. But
why is she talking to her like it's just an ordinary day at the park? Like, is she just saying gibberish right there?
That we learn with eyes
Bro.
and ears.
Yeah,
But her
like,
hand is her chief
what are you
link
saying,
with the outer
Helen?
world, with Polly, with Anne, the part-time helper,
What is she saying here?
with everyone she encounters. With her hand, she reads Anne's lips. She answers with her voice. It is an unnatural voice, and it is her great sorrow. For all her years of effort, Helen has never learned to speak clearly. This isn't strange, for since she was a baby, she has not heard a word spoken, nor seen lips forming one. But let Helen, with Polly's help, tell you.
It is not blindness or deafness that brings me my death.
Why is this kind of creepy? Huh? Bro, she was just able, she might have been one of the smartest human beings of all time, bro. I don't know.
It is not blindness or deafness that bring me my darkest hours.
It is the acute disappointment in not being able to speak normally.
It is the acute disappointment in not being able to speak normally.
Longingly, I think how much more.
Sounded like she was yodeling for a second.
I've done if I had only.
Then it's like, what was she gain from faking this too at the same time? How much money did she make? She earned her income through her speaking tours. No precise figures. Like an estimate. Let's pocket watch Helen Keller real quick. No estimate, bro. I don't know, but she also helped a lot of blind and deaf people through her foundation organization, though. So, I mean, I guess even if she was faking it, you know, she helped a lot of people along the way. 81 million people receive essential nutrition and health care. I don't know.
My children speak.
Longingly I feel how much more good I could have done if I had acquired normal speech.
How does she know to just do facial expressions like
My
this?
children speak.
Longingly I feel how much more good I could have done if I had acquired normal speech.
But within this sorrow,
They probably taught her through, like, okay, when you're talking publicly, you try to smile, this and that, the third.
I understand.
They must have taught her through the words, like, when you doing public speaking, make sure you smile after you talk. They probably had to teach her. I guess they taught her just as if she wasn't blind, but basically through the little finger hand touch language thing, I guess. Bruh, was her family rich? Like, how did this teacher just dedicated her life to spending every day with her to make sure she learned? The family was not particularly wealthy and earned income from their cotton plantation. Oh, wow. So she was born with it. She just lost it. Cotton plantation, Sweet Home, Alabama. Yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah, her family was they definitely they probably was giving it to them blacks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Sadly. Slick part of me wanted to play GeoGuessr earlier, but
All human striving
Thwarted ambition.
thwarted ambition
And the infinite capacity of home.
and the infinite capacity of hope.
how did she just know? How did she perfectly? Is she?
wrong.
And in
Silent penis.
all human striving.
Throughout the time.
How was she translating this? Yo, what's good, Elijah? How you feeling? Thank you for the follow. How is she perfectly translate? Maybe she just been around her for so many years. She had an affair? Oh, wait. They were secretly engaged? Wow, Helen. Her family didn't believe people with disabilities should get married? That's pretty sad. What was your type, Helen?
What?
They all learned that Helen Keller's family forbade her from marrying. Like, why can't she have love, bro? Just because she blind and deaf, she can't, you know what I'm saying? 19 months. She got an illness? Okay, you also got to realize, nowadays, today, I don't think this would be able to happen. Bruh. Like, most illnesses today can be prevented pretty easy. Like, we have more access to medicine. It's probably would be less likely if you have the resources today to happen. She got blind and deaf from an illness. Illness caused that? From illness caused a fever? Was so bad it made you blind and deaf? Yeah, today's age, it probably wouldn't really happen like that. That happened especially back then. A lot of people had illnesses that made them blind and deaf back then. Big old feet. Her teacher was a genius. Usually I wouldn't use Wikipedia because it was just enforcing my brain from school that this could be like edited. But I mean, this what comes up first, bro. Like who would really take their time out their day to edit this wrong? You know, but then yeah, I don't know. People could. But like, how did she find? So for 6 years, she just was just not what? She just didn't do nothing. Back in the day, if you got a headache, they would drill into your head to fix it. Nah, I remember seeing a video like that. You ever be watching
If you get a lobotomy, a long metal pick would be inserted through your upper eyelid.
What made them like
entering
what were they
the brain's
thinking, bro?
frontal lobe.
Like I don't know, people really put a lot of too much trust in scientists sometimes. Like they used to be doing stuff like this. Doctors used to think this was a good method to do. Go up in your and like people just take doctors and scientists' word for bond. Like they used to be doing experiments like this, thinking this was a good thing.
And personality. Doctors once believed that by breaking these brain connections, this procedure would stabilize behavior and calm intense emotions.
They putting a pick in your brain, severing like. I mean, she's just one of the marvels of history. Like to be able to learn a whole new technology, vibrations of words, and be able to. That's insane, bro.